for a predetermined path, right? From childhood, they know they want to be this, and they plan for it, and they do this. And people around them say, this is going to be great for you. But with that comes a lot of pressure, a lot of stress. And I'd like to introduce Airman Hollier from the 4th OSS.
I'm Airman Hollier from 4 OSS, Airfield Flight Equipment. And before I jump right into my story, I'd like to give a little background. So I grew up in a little small town, South Louisiana, just south of Lafayette. It's called Abbeville. I was a regular kid, went to Catholic school, kind of backwoods boy, hunted, fished, but I found my one true talent, playing golf. I played since I was 4 years old. I picked it up just from watching Tiger Woods on TV. So, played all through middle school, played through high school, was all state 2 years in a row. My sophomore year, I started dating a girl that I dated all through from sophomore year till about midway through my first semester at college. So solid, exactly 3 years actually. Well, made it through high school. I signed a golf scholarship to Hans Community College in Raven, Mississippi during my junior year of high school. After that, it seemed almost like all the pressure was off, because I had a lot of pressure to get that scholarship, because I wasn't going to even have a chance at college if I didn't make it. So I then I moved off to college, 4 hours away from home, moved away from her, but I was coming back almost every weekend. Then it got to about, I started college, and just the schedule was rough. I'd wake up at 5:45 every morning, go to the athletic trainer, work on my knee because I tore my MCL on my meniscus. Then I'd lift weights, eat breakfast, go to class. Class ended at exactly 12 o'clock. We had from 12 o'clock to 12:30 to eat lunch and get to the golf course. If we're late, we were running a lap around the course. There was no way around it. Then after practice, we practiced from 12:30 till 7:30, sometimes 8 o'clock at night. We had lights on the range, so we could just do drills for hours and hours. Then after that, we'd go back, we'd eat, then we'd lift weights as a team. And then the schoolwork kicked in. I was stressed out to the point where I'd have to drink 2-3 beers before I showered, 2 or 3 after, just so I'd be able to get my homework accomplished. And this was every night. Thank God we got Fridays off. Then I'd do homework till 1 or 2 in the morning, and then just repeat, Monday through Thursday. And then that didn't even include tournaments. When we had tournaments, we'd have to travel and we were off for 2 or 3 days of school, yet we were still doing the work and playing tournament golf. This was stressful enough as is. Then I totaled my car. Anti-lock brake system went out, skidded into the back of a family in I think it was a 1997 Yukon. They didn't have insurance, so then they were still trying to sue. We've still got letters coming in from lawyers for that stuff, but my dad's handling that. Then I had a rental car. I was on my way home because me and the girl I was dating at the time, it was our 3-year anniversary. So I was on the phone with her on the way home. Then she drops the ball. Said, I don't think I want a relationship anymore. And I had all kinds of plans to go spoil her, do it, and She was like, nope. So I think I said 3 words to my parents that whole weekend. So I drive back, same old rut, same stuff every day, Monday, Thursday, Friday off. 2 weeks later, I went back, told her I'd go get my stuff. So I walk in the door, and when I walked in the door, I called her name. I was like, hey, where's my stuff? And I hear right behind me, the new boyfriend walks up and goes, hey, MF. And he hit me 3 times in the jaw. And when I went to retaliate, her mom's boyfriend threw me across the room. So I left. Then, so I drove back, all the way back to school. I was kind of flustered, called a few friends. Then me and her fought for about a month and a half. Then December 1st happened. I was sitting in the deer stand. We were still arguing back and forth. And it was just, there was nothing else I could really think about. And life was just, I didn't think I could handle it anymore. So I'm sitting in the deer stand, had a loaded 270. Put the gun right here to my chin. Pulled the trigger. The gun went click. And after that, I was choked up, I was emotional. I didn't know why this happened, how the gun didn't go off. It was, I was shocked. 45 minutes later, deer walks out at 170 yards. Picked up the gun, and oh yeah, I forgot to add that after I pulled the trigger, I bolted the rifle, a live round fell out. So it was indeed loaded. That deer walked out at 170 yards, and I had a fresh round chambered in it. I pulled the trigger, the deer cut a flip in the food plot, dropped dead. So after that, I wondered why, how, what's going on. Then this happened in December. I went to the recruiter's office in February or March. I left for basic April 22nd. The reason I'm not in college still, I missed my GPA by 0.1 to keep my golf scholarship. My dad offered to pay to send me back to go play because he knew that's what I loved to do, and I told him no. So I then had 2 options: work in the oil field or join the military. My dad is a lieutenant colonel in the United States Army Reserve. And when he first took me to the recruiter, I was like, hey, let's go, I want to go check out the Marines. He said, hell no. He said, what about the Army? He said, I think I've done enough of that for the both of us. He's been in it for 29 years now. He said Air Force or Navy, so here I am. And since then, it's been, I mean, it's been a little bit of a rough ride. I've gotten in a little trouble here and there, but who doesn't? I'm young. I can overcome that. But really, the moral of the story, don't let yourself hit rock bottom. Go to friends, talk to them. If you need help, get help. I mean, to this day, I still have flashbacks, but it happens. I'm still being helped by mental health for that. Life's hard, but it's not worth dying over. Suicide's a permanent solution to a temporary problem. Bottom line. Just reach out for help if you need it. Hell, if you really need help, you can find me on Global somehow. I will help you. but suicide's not worth it. Never know it. Thank y'all.